So today, as you see, this single line has been taken from Book 2, Canto 3. Heaven's joys might have been ours if earth were pure. So, although joy is the sap of life on earth, this joy is brittle and it cannot last. Earth is denied the joy of lasting joy. It is denied the lasting joy because it cannot hold it. There are a lot of vitiating elements of desire, ego, and a number of other impurities and falsehoods. So, because of all these, the play and the source of joy is infected, and as a consequence, suffering comes in. The mind and the vital are not content. They always need more of joy. Whatever they are granted, they are not satisfied with it and they want more. And as a consequence, struggle comes in. As a consequence, as a result, struggle comes in. So, even the physical body is riddled with impurities and falsehoods of the mind and vital, and so become unsteady and incapable to hold whatever comes down from up there, because it is impure. The body becomes impure as a result of the mind and vitals conspiring act. So it doesn't have the expandable quality also. It cannot expand to hold whatever is coming from above. So we'll also see some interesting facts regarding this. In his book, The Mother, Sri Aurobindo describes as you already know about it, but still I'm just recollecting all this because this is also very pertinent. In his seminal book, The Mother, Sri Aurobindo describes the four main powers or the aspects of the Divine Mother, the Supreme Creatrix, for the manifestation on earth. As you know, these are Maheshwari, the mother of wisdom, Mahakali, the mother of power or strength, Mahalakshmi, the mother of beauty and harmony, and Mahasaraswati, the mother of service and perfection. Then he refers to other personalities of the Divine Mother who are yet to come down and manifest on earth. And Sri Aurobindo has also mentioned specifically about the mother of Ananda, whose presence and action are indispensable to the supramental transformation. And this, as we know, all of us know, that it is a part of the teaching of Sri Aurobindo, that is supramental manifestation, which is the last step for transformation of human nature on earth. So this power is based on divine love, which is yet to manifest in its purity. In a revealing talk, the mother narrates how, when she came back to India in 1920 and joined Sri Aurobindo, they started working together in their sadhana for the earth. Till then, this inner work was going on the mental plane, and they proceeded to work on the vital plane thereafter. In the process, there were spectacular changes in the body and appearance of the mother. Although she was 40, she looked 18. So much so that when W. Pearson, who had met the mother earlier in Japan in 1916, he could hardly recognize her. He exclaimed, "My God, is it you?" From the vital, they descended later into the physical. Things changed drastically. Sri Aurobindo said that difficulties and obstructions was so severe, he humorously said that if he had known of this beforehand, he might not have ventured to make the attempt. However, both he and the mother carried on the difficult work of digging in the body and bringing in the higher light into the obscurities of the inconscient. At one stage, the mother felt that the entry of the mother of Ananda and her overt working would enable a successful transformation of the opposing elements, which were becoming hindrance to her work. And she then called the Anandamayi to come down from her heights, her own aspect of divinity, of Ananda. She called down to come down onto earth. And then it appears she did come into the earth atmosphere in the 40s, precisely in 1946. And with her advent, there was a powerful change in the subtler regions of the earth world. There was a divine joy and great possibilities that opened up. But the mother says there was not the required receptivity to receive and hold her presence. It needs utmost purity and a strong adhara, that is the base, that is the body, to bear her intensities. Men could not rise above their accustomed dimensions. Hardly any recognized her presence. So that is the fact. Until and unless man on earth become pure in all the three domains, that is mind, vital, and the physical too, it is almost impossible to become a receptacle, to become the fit adhara, to receive and hold that higher state of Ananda which comes down. In fact, in 1946, probably, yes, in that year itself, when it descended, Nirodha, for a fleet second, of course, he experienced a joy which he considered that there was no cause for this joy, because as he was walking on the street, he felt the joy, which we may call in our Sanskrit parlance, ahetuk joy. No cause, not any reason for such joy which enveloped him. So that kind of joy. Now I would also like to share something from the agenda which Mother was she was having a conversation with one of her disciples. It is dated back 18 July 1962. Matter needs quite a preparation to make it strong enough to hold those vibrations of love, and the body seems to be given a trickle to see how much it can bear. But there is such an immediate intensity of joy in all the cells, in the heart and organs, that it all seems on the verge of exploding. In fact, that is the time when she was walking upon her cells. The cellular transformation process was going on. It's like an image. You see, the body is stretched out here on the chaise longue. The body is there as the subject of an experiment. Then there is my consciousness, the part focused on the earthly experience and the present transformation. And then the Lord. For me, it's a simultaneous contact with the eternal, the infinite, the vast, the totality of everything, the totality of everything, all that is, all that has been, all that will be, everything is like that, automatically, with consciousness, sweetness, and solicitude, with all the qualities a perfect personality can offer, and that, with a capital T, is a spontaneous, constant, immediate experience. So, the I spoke of asks that the body may have the experience, or at least an initial taste, even a shadow of the experience of this love. And each time it has asked for it, it comes instantly. Then I see the three together, that is, the body, the I, and the Lord. In my consciousness and perception, the three are together, and I see that this love is dosed out and maintained in exact proportion to what the body can bear. The body is aware of this and is a little sad about it, but immediately comes something soothing, calming, making it fast. The body instantly senses the immensity and regains its calm. This experience I am describing is exactly what happened yesterday. Within brackets, it happens every day, but yesterday it was especially clear. And it's still here. I am seeing it as I saw it. It's still here. Actually, it is always here, though it's more striking when the body is stretched out, motionless in the yoga. The experience is slightly different when walking because that involves action. When the body walks, it acts on behalf of everything that's related to it. Hence, the action is faster and more powerful. But when it is stretched out and asks the Lord to take possession of it, it really asks with all its aspiration. And the very intensity of the aspiration brings in the possibility of a slight emotional vibration. But it is immediately drowned in the immobile immensity of matter, which senses the divine descent like a leaven that makes dough rise. That's it exactly. The terrestrial immensity of matter and the leavening action of the divine descent. The intensity of these vibrations is above and beyond anything we are used to feeling. The vital seems dull and flat in comparison. And what a wisdom! It knows how to make use of time. That is, it actually changes itself into time so as to minimize the possibilities of damage. It's plain to see that, left to itself in its full power of transformation and progress, the flame of aspiration, this flame of Agni, would have scant consideration for the result of the process. The result of the process is that fire burns, and there could be mishaps in the functioning of the organs. All the organs must undergo a transformation, but very too rapid and too sudden, well, everything would go out of whack. The machine would simply explode. But this wisdom doesn't come from the universal consciousness. It's infinitely higher. The supreme wisdom, something so wonderful. It forces things the universal forces in their universal play would overlook. A wonder. We must not be in a hurry. It's hard to imagine how a physical body can, for instance, extend or enlarge itself. It all seems unimaginable. It is unimaginable because the body can't do it yet. No, and besides, you don't see. If my body resembles its consciousness, within brackets, because it is conscious, if what you see with your eyes correspond to what the body feels, it would probably look monstrous, hideous, or terrifying. What the eyes see is so false, so false. But now the body itself, its very own self, feels it is within things, or within people, or within an action. There are no more limits, none of this. The body's consciousness is much larger than my body. This body consciousness has a will. It is constantly calling upon the Lord's will. Like, Lord, take possession of this, take possession of that, take. There is no question of taking possession of the will. That was done ages ago. But take possession of these cells, those cells, this, that. It is the body's aspiration. Simply for the sake of action, I have been warned that nobody can understand. Nobody can comprehend to what extent the Lord is intermingled, is present and active in all things. In all things. Sometimes He tells me when He says, speak, or when He says, keep silent. It's that all of a sudden. At other times, it pours out, And I don't hear an order. I don't feel an order. I live the order. And it's so patently the Lord's that it seems stupid to even mention it. So the import of this is that the body has to be very, very pure, free from any kind of intrusion from mind and vitals influence, which mars the process, which infect or distort the process. And once the body also becomes pure enough and has its expandability, because it is a state in which everything can be hailed, whatever is coming down from above. That is why Sri Aurobindo says that heaven's joys might have been ours if earth were pure. So that kind of a purity is indispensable, which on behalf of the whole lot of humanity on earth, the mother took upon herself, had undergone through the process of cellular transformation of the physical body itself. So that's it for the day. Jai Ma.